D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So they dropped this poster for Birds of Prey yesterday, and it didn't trend very much, but it was you know, it trended a little bit and everything. But it's got a lot going on in it, and I just want to break it down and talk about it a little bit. I just have to say right now that just so you know that this movie has got a lot of problems already out the gate. I mean, it's got a lot of problems. So Margot Robbie, of course, is the star of this movie, and she's also a producer on the movie, so she has like some creative control and all that stuff, and she's making a lot of creative choices that I personally don't like or agree with, and I really feel like she has not read a decent Harley Quinn comic book, like, ever, or watched the Batman animated series. So along with her, we have writer Christina Hodson, and she wrote Bumblebee and the movie Shut-In. Shut-In didn't do very well, and it got panned a lot by critics and everything. And then Bumblebee, it was alright. It was alright. It was pretty good. It was a lot better than the Michael Bay movie. So I mean, they had that going for them. And then we have director Cathy Yan. Now, Cathy Yan hasn't done anything really huge of note, and if she has, I didn't see it on IMDb. But so she's kind of relatively new, especially to a big blockbuster like this, a big comic book movie. So these three women are running this movie, and they have had some problems. They've had to go through massive reshoots, which they are doing right now. They had to bring in Chad Stahelski to be the secondary unit director, basically to direct all these fight sequences. You may know Chad Stahelski from he directed John Wick. He co-directed the first movies. Great action sequences, so I'm sure he'll do a great job with this movie. And then also here, they're bringing in Gail Simone, who is a comic book writer. And now, I personally, all her comic books, I personally don't like her as a writer, especially her Batgirl comic books. Those were just the worst. In fact, she got fired. And they were the worst. They were so bad. I couldn't read them. Like, they were just so bad. It's you know, you try, and sometimes you just don't succeed. And also, they brought in a new editor to edit the film because they're having some problems with editing and everything. So let's just look at this poster, break it down, see what we got going on. So the first one we're going to talk about is obviously Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Now, this poster, real quick, is taking on the effect like she just got bonked in the head like in a cartoon, and there's birds circling around her head. And so the characters are the little birdies flying around her head. So we got Margot Robbie here, and she is playing Harley Quinn, and she's wearing two costumes in this one. She's wearing the first one, which is her pink and gold costume, which I actually don't mind. This look is not my favorite. And then she's also got this other one, which I like, except for the sleeves. I did a costume breakdown of the first teaser trailer. You can check that out here. But I do not like this. I think it looks like Christmas ribbon just cut off and then made into sleeves, and I think it looks god-awful. I also don't like her hair this short. I think that the problem with this movie also is they've taken Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad, which was kind of like a sexy femme fatale kind of thing, you know, but she was also crazy and everything. And they've turned her into this kind of like candy pop star, this little Funko Pop thing going on that I personally don't care for. It's very obvious that they made a choice and they're going for a very specific audience. I think it's the female audience, and I hate to say this, but I don't think really enough females read comic books, let alone see comic book movies. For instance, I know my wife wouldn't be going to comic book movies if she wasn't married to this guy right here. So I mean, it's just not that I'm saying they can't do that. I'm just saying, like, you should try to get everybody's attention with this, and which I'll talk about the rest of this when I go on. So. Next one we're going to talk about is Huntress. Now, this one, I also don't like her costume either. It's all right, but they didn't have any purple. She doesn't have a mask on. I don't like that. But she does have a crossbow. That's nice. But at the same time, I just go, this doesn't look like Huntress at all. And I don't need her to look picture perfect to the comic book, but I mean, this one, she just doesn't look that great. I don't think so, at least. I mean, she doesn't look like a superhero or whatever. So then let's move on to Black Mask. Now, this one I have a problem with because he's playing, Ewan McGregor is playing Black Mask, and he's a gay character in this. He's not a gay character in the comic books, which is fine. I don't care about that. But it looks like they're playing him, like, overtly gay, like, very, like, crazy and everything, which makes me go, is he really going to be that menace? Like, if you have a villain in your movie, you should be scared of your villain and what they might do. Now, granted, I haven't seen the movie, so I might change my mind, but from what I've seen of this one, he's not scary at all. Like, I'd be all like, okay, you're blowing a kiss at me in this picture. I'm not scared of you in any shape or form. So, but his suit is white. It looks nice. I personally don't like white suits. His shirt's okay. He's got on some black gloves. It looks like the thumb is white. That's interesting. Not too bad. And everything, it looks fine. It just looks like Ewan McGregor in a suit. So I really wish they would do the mask, because his name is Black. Why would you name yourself Black Mask if you're not going to wear a black mask of some sort? So then let's move on to Black Canary. Now, I think out of all of the, well, not out of all of them, but this one is the second one that's the most travesty, because she doesn't look like Black Canary, like, as far as the outfit goes. I know they race bended it and everything, which is fine. I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. What does bother me is that she doesn't look like the Black Canary from the comic books. I love her comic book costume. The fishnets is so iconic. I wish she was wearing leather. I wish she almost had Huntress's outfit in this poster as opposed to what she's wearing now. I mean, it's not a bad look. It's just she's wearing a look that's not Black Canary. So then moving on to Renee Montoya, she just looks like a police officer, like a detective or whatever, which she is and everything. I don't think they're going to make her the Question in the DCEU like she is in the comic books. I mean, maybe they'll do it. I don't know, but I mean, she looks fine as far as the character goes, and Rosie Perez. I love Rosie Perez. And a quick story, I had the hugest crush on her when she was in White Man Can't Jump. Hugest crush on her. I was like 11 or 12 when that movie came out. I can't remember, but I remember being like, I love that woman. Anyways, because she was so hot. Anyways, she still is hot. She's so beautiful, even for her age. So then moving on to Victor Zsasz. He doesn't look like Victor Zsasz from the comic books, which doesn't bother me because I don't really care that, if Victor Zsasz is like, because he's not really that crazy huge in my book, but he's all like, he looks fine, but I wish they, made him look like scarier-ish. That's the problem again with the villains. Like, don't make them all fun and colorful like this. They're bad guys. And then the last one we're going to talk about is Cassandra Cain. Now, this one is the worst one out of all of them, in my opinion, because Cassandra Cain in this, she doesn't look like Cassandra Cain. I mean, has nothing to do with the actress playing her. She's adorable. The little girl that's playing her, she's fine as far as a person goes. But as far as the character goes, I understand that they're playing her younger than the comic book character. But in the comic book, she's still pretty young when she's training with her dad and then like fighting and stuff. And I'm pretty sure this girl is not going to be fighting like at all in this movie, like the way she does in the comic books, which also really bums me out. But it could be differently. We're supposed to get a trailer soon, I guess. Probably before the end of the year, hopefully. And I just think that this costume is the worst one out of all of them, because I mean, she just looks like a grungy kid from the 90s and everything. And I just go with this one. I go, you couldn't have stepped it up a little bit and everything. So all in all, I think that this poster is hot garbage. It's just pure shit. I think that they're taking this movie in a direction that they shouldn't have. And it's obvious that they needed help, and they still need help because they brought in 3 new people to fix a movie that 3 people couldn't get right. I think that Kathy Yan, Christina Hodson, and Margot Robbie have never read a Harley Quinn comic book, and if they have, they haven't read the right ones. They obviously do not read the source material as far as comic book goes, and I think that when it comes to these kinds of things, it's average moviegoers will go see this movie, but someone like myself, a comic book person, you make a good movie, I'll go see it more than once on opening weekend. I saw Aquaman 3 times on opening weekend, every single day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay? And I did the same thing with Avengers Endgame. You make a good comic book movie, people will go see it. You don't make a good comic book movie, they'll see it once and then they'll just trash it forever. Batman v Superman. So, tell me, what do you guys think about this new poster? Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you liked it, leave those comments in the section down below. I know you're gonna hate on me because you don't like me, whatever, it's fine, that's fine, I can deal with it. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, I don't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!